What's up, my dear Earthlings? Hope everyone is feeling good and grounded. Today we're going to talk about how to access your Akashic records. So the first question you should be asking yourself is, why should this be done? Well, the Akashic records are able to let you know your life purpose, discover your inner soul, aka finding out past lives and your purest morals and values. It also heals you on a physical, emotional, and mental level. So shortly said, it can bring you a lot of information that can be very helpful for your journey, because once you realize why you think it or act in a certain way, you'll be able to fix it way quicker than if you wouldn't have known. So step 1 is that you need to identify your intentions on what you want to access in the Akashic records. So first start by clarifying what you want to know and how that knowledge might be able to help you. This is very important because if you don't know what you want to find out, it will eventually result in a disorganized search and you might have a hard time accessing any sort of helpful information. So to give an example, a possible intention might include understanding why you have a short temper so you can learn to control it better. A tip that I can give you is that take your time determining what you're looking for in the Akashic records, because the more focused you can be in your question, the better your results may be. So a tip I can give you is write down the question, let the question sink in your brains by meditating on it, make a drawing about your question. You can literally do whatever, but just try to really sink that question in your mind. So with that being said, let's go to stage numero dos, entering a receptive state. So when I try to access my Akashic, I start a meditation for around 20 minutes, because the more you are in the other realms, the less you'll be blinded by this realm, because all that knowledge comes from the realms, aka realities on the other side. And so as humans, we can experience 5 types of awareness: alpha, beta, delta, gamma, and theta. The theta state is a state of mind where you're able to gain insight, have deeper intuition, and a stronger feeling of interconnectedness. So actually everything that is needed to get into the Akashic. So what you can do is put on some theta binary beats on YouTube to stimulate that type of awareness. It's not necessary, but it can be a very good tool to help you get in that state. So when you feel you're ready to begin the process of accessing your Akashic records, say what you're looking for out loud. Focus on the question or search query that you have developed. Keep it at the forefront of your mind so that you will remain focused on it during your search. Remember to state your question as specifically as possible. Another tip I can give you is to ask your guides or your angels, literally, I am seeking information about my past lives. May I please access the Akashic records to find out what I seek? After you ask this question, continue to breathe deeply and clear your mind. You may hear, feel, or see a response in your mind's eye. Just try to remain patient even if you get a negative response. This may only mean that you need to continue meditating and ask again, because you won't be able to access the Akashic if your mind is not clear. Also keep in mind that for some people, accessing the Akashic records takes multiple times. So if it doesn't work for you the first time, please don't be discouraged. Just keep trying until you get the information you seek. So once you're asked your question and your mind is clear, just wait for information to come into your consciousness, because now you have put your question and requests into the universe, and now the universe just needs the time to be able to respond. So continue to read and meditate and remain receptive to any information that flows into your consciousness, as it may be coming from your Akashic record. Also take in mind that the information can take on different forms. You may hear, see, taste, feel, or even smell something that might be meant to convey a message to you. For example, if you asked about your profession in a previous life, you might see a hammer in your mind's eye, which could indicate that you were a carpenter or blacksmith. Be aware that you may receive information about what you were like in a past life that could be disturbing. However, it's important to remain open to the information and avoid judging yourself for any past behavior, because like this you will get the most of your Akashic reading. Also, when you're accessing it, you might see or feel a presence of another being. If this happens, introduce yourself and state your question again. This may be a guardian or keeper of the records who can help you find the information you seek, or it may be another soul who you have known in a past life. Either way, you may gain valuable information by taking a moment to introduce yourself, and ask for help. So after you try to access your Akashic, open your eyes and orient yourself to your surroundings. Try to notice the details of your room, such as the sounds, the smells, and the feel of your environment. Slowly sit back up if you are laying down. You may also stand up or stay seated for a while if you prefer. Because now we're going to go to the next stage, reflecting on what we have experienced. So take out a pen and paper and write down anything that you remember about the experience. What images did you see? Did you feel, smell, taste, or hear anything? Read over your notes to look for helpful details from your meditation and keep the notes so you can return to them later. Because the more you will try, the more you will experience. So just keep on doing it, just keep on writing down, and at the end there will be one full story. So if you completed one question, just make a list of all the questions that you want an answer on. Remember that being specific is a really important part. Also, if you find that your mental is not strong enough to do all that by yourself, you can always go on YouTube and look for Akashic guided meditations. I once did one and it was quite beneficial, so I can really advise you that too. So yeah, that was pretty much it. If you have a question or you want to learn me something, you can always hit me up in the comments on my Instagram, Oracle Dimensions. So yeah, have a blessed day. Love, peace, abundance. Yeehaw!